We're rolling. Mr. Jones.
Yes, sir.
This is it. Presser time.
Press conference time. Get my, I got my Hugh Hefner robe on. You hear me? No suit this time. We just got the, the Yeezus shirt and the skinny jeans. Is how I roll. Know what I mean? Let's go,
okay.
You ready to go to this press conference? Let me find me some socks. We're always fashionably late, although people don't like my style.
So what's going through your mind now? Obviously, press conference. Anything change?
Nothing.
Nothing changes.
Going through the press conference and coming back here and laying down for a little bit.
Do you expect anything today from your opponent?
I expect him to show up and run his mouth. And I just expect to show up and eat that shit alive.
Do you get offended at all at press conferences when fighters say things to you? Or is it just something you're used to now?
No, especially not with the British accent. I mean, you can't actually be a gangster and have a British accent. You can't be, hardcore. I think it's funny. So I would never be scared of you. Well, maybe because you're black. That's the only reason.
Hey, yeah. Is it because I'm black, cuz?
Black lives matter, bro. Sometimes.
What's up, cuz?
What's up, blood?
So, you're here, you're getting ready, as you know, for the presser. Does anything go through your mind, like, do you say to yourself, oh, I've got one-liners prepared, or...
No, because I'm pretty quick with it. If I need to say something, I'll just say it.
Are you ever concerned about what you say at a press conference?
I don't want to look, of course you never want to look stupid, but, I mean, I kind of ruined my reputation a long time ago, so I live pretty freely.
Let's talk about the public workout yesterday.
Yep.
You saw Cheeseman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm up.
I pointed at him, let him know I'm coming for him. I'm lactose intolerant, so we're not about to eat no cheese. We're about to just throw that shit in the trash like where it belongs.
You wouldn't believe this. If I told you a story, you wouldn't believe it.
What?
On my way home, I was on the bus, and there was a van that pulled up, and guess what it said on it?
Cheeseman.
Cheeseman.
That's cool. Cool story, bro.
What do you think?
Cool story.
Ominous?
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
So, you saw him, you pointed him out. Did you get any gauge of him, or temperament, or anything? Or?
I mean, I just kind of pointed him out to let him know I'm here, and it's about to go down Saturday night.
So
Baby lotion is my special elixir. I got
baby lotion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask what else you do with that.
Well, that's something we do behind closed doors. You hear me? Or something my brother Dale does several times. Apparently.
We should do a XXX version of you.
Nah.
Carson Jones at night.
Carson Jones during the day is the same Carson.
So when does it kick in for you now?
What is one for you?
Kick in, you know you're fighting.
I knew I was fighting months ago. That shit. I mean, I started fighting years ago, so that, I don't get nervous. I don't get butterflies. Nothing. I'm just.
Is there not a switch that goes bang? I'm fighting. There's some guys.
I fight every day, bro. So it's nothing new.
Have you ever been intimidated by a guy?
No.
Previously, in any fights.
Sparring with Triple G. That's about it.
I guess when you spar with Triple G.
Yeah, you like the holes? Yeah.
Everything.
Gotta make sure they're.
Do I like the hose or the holes?
The hose and the hose. Yeah, I gotta make sure they're nicely spread. You know what I mean? That's what she said. Is it cool outside? Yeah, pretty cool. Alrighty, let's roll.
Ready to roll?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm ready.
You ready to rock and roll?
Absolutely. He's a wanker. We're all bloody wankers. Right here. Cheers. Grabbing my quid. Grab a key. Oh, yeah. See, if I didn't have these guys, I don't know what I would do.
You'd still be a fighter.
Yeah. You're going to need two for this one. I'm just kidding.
So we're off to the presser. Carson, sparring with Gennady Golovkin and sparring with Canelo, does that make you feel any more? Could you have an element of almost complacency or arrogance because you sparred those guys and been in with those guys that you would possibly overlook a guy who's only had 12 fights?
No, because that's sparring, and obviously those are the obviously those are the best, you know, fighters, some of the best fighters on the planet. But I just think that gives me the confidence, not necessarily arrogance, but confidence to know that I can do what I can do. This kid he's just a baby. I'm gonna, you know, it's a shame that he had to take this fight so tough as me this early. But you know, blame it on his promoters and blame it on. I think he has a false sense of confidence getting in the ring with me. You know. Just because he says I'm getting old, of course I'm getting old. Yeah, everybody gets, even him. Everybody's getting older every single day. And I've always gotten hit my whole career, but as you've seen, I take punches and I give him. And that's just my style. I don't think he's going to be able to take the heat.
You've been here with Margarito. The fight before you fought Margarito, and you were beating him, yeah. And you should have got the win. Mm-hmm. When you fight someone like Margarito, how can you get up for a fight against a guy who's only had 12 fights? How do you change your mentality so that you don't slack off in training?
My mentality, every fight is, you know, I can't. If I take another loss, it could be the end. I can't afford to look bad. I can't afford no losses, and that's what drives me to get in there and fight like I do. He can recover from a loss because he only has 12 fights, 0 losses. I can't afford. You know, that luxury. Obviously, it's not luxury, but I can't afford no loss, and I refuse to take a loss. Yeah. Because, like I said, one loss and it could be the end. I've been lucky and blessed, and just strong-willed and you know, hard-headed, so to speak, and been able to recover from all the losses that I already do have. Yeah. I can't afford to take another one.
But some of those losses, people would argue and say, well, that wasn't really a loss. That was.
I've had several of those, but. That's just the sport of boxing. It's politics. It's a dirty game.
How do you get over something like you lose a fight, which you know you won, the world knows you won? How do you get over that and still keep focused and still keep fighting and still keep going? Because money's one thing I know, but the hunger, the desire, that's something that money really can't buy.
Yeah, you can't teach.
I think the whole world, though, seeing that you beat Margarito. I mean, all the press, everything said that he won the fight, and that's why I don't think that's like a true loss.
Reflection.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, but I done forgot the question you asked me now.
Yeah, how do you come back? I mean, how do you keep coming back from a situation where you've won a fight, or you feel you've won a fight, or the world knows you've won a fight? And
well, for one, my mom taught me not to cry over spilled milk. I don't like milk anyway. I like peach tea, so I'm not gonna cry over spilled milk. Plus, I'm lactose intolerant, so.
But no, you don't like the cheese either.
Yo, you don't like cheese either. So that shit's trash, man. But nah, man, I'm just very strong-willed. I'm, like I said, a hard-headed, so to speak. I kind of do, like, if you're gonna stop me, you're gonna need some bulldozers or something. And even then, I still might keep going. And I think that's what separates the type of fighters like me from, you know, the type of fighters like UFC and Cheeseman. He never had to take this deep dive that he's about to take Saturday night. He's never been in deep waters and never fought a fighter such as myself. Just not even the skill level, but just the deep waters and the pressure. He's not going to be able to take it, I don't think.
Can you remember what you were doing in your 12th fight?
Can I remember what I was doing?
Yeah, who you fought?
Taking stupid fights like this guy.
Dang.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm mentally tough, super mentally tough, and everybody ain't like that. You know, a lot of times you see in fighting boxers, young fighters, one loss is a death sentence. Like, one loss, your career's done. Like Mike Jones took one loss against Remy Bailey, finished. Yeah. You've seen several fighters like that. I got 12 of them things, and I'm still here.
So I've got to ask the question that critics will ask, and I will ask you again. How much has Carson Jones got left?
A lot. You know, we're 2018 isn't Cheeseman's year, but it's Carson's year for sure. We've already been in talks with several fights. You know, several big opportunities once he gets this little tune-up win over Cheeseman. You know, we're going to start looking at putting him something much bigger come June, July, and then looking for a title fight by the end of the year.
Wow. Carson?
You hear me?
Your thoughts on that?
I'm just going along for a ride. I do the fight and he does the rest.
What does it take for a fighter to put trust in a promoter stroke manager?
It takes a lot of trust, and we build a relationship, you know, beyond boxing. So
right.
I mean, you kind of have to have that good relationship, but also the promoter has to actually, you know, kind of care about the fighter as well, because, you know, we don't know what goes on
behind closed doors,
you know, behind closed doors and whatnot. So you gotta kind of just build that trust. Not everybody has that, so I'm lucky and I'm blessed. And not only that, I mean, we're like family. So I mean,
yeah,
it goes beyond, you know, just this fighting stuff.
So, okay, there are so many promoters and managers and top rank golden boy, Hal Heyman, blah 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 blah, go on and go, so on and so forth. Why has Carson Jones decided to go with the management and the team that he's gone with there? What was it your decision to go with that team?
Actually, it took a while for reasons unknown, but we were just talking for a while. It didn't even start out as business. It was just, we were just talking, and I forget what was the first fight we had.
I don't remember.
Well,
Roll was one, I think.
Long story short, it worked out for the best, and, you know, we have a good relationship, and we're going to continue to take over the world. First, we're starting with England, and then we're going to move on to somewhere else.
World tour.
Huh?
World tour.
World tour.
Yeah, world tour.
Oh, world tour.
World tour.
Yes, mate.
I think you need, you know, I think that with social media and how close the world is now, you need a good promoter that's networked, you know, socially and networked strongly, you know, with all the global promoters. The day of you know, Don King and Bob Arum and some of these guys that control everything with power and money, I think, are over. I think it's you need a guy that's intelligent enough to leverage the right fights, the right opportunities, but also leverages his relationships and his networking abilities to get these guys in position for the right fights. That's kind of how we flourished with a lot of our fighters that we've had.
We'll talk about small hall fighters or fighters that don't get TV or not on TV. We'll talk a little bit about that because a couple of fighters have mentioned it. Obviously, guys who are on the small hall circuit and don't get the exposure. Talk to me about that and those fighters that don't get the TV deals. And
well, it's right now it's tough. I mean, I think the days of ESPN and Showbox have changed quite a bit with Al, or you know, with PBC controlling a lot of the networks. It's starting to regress a bit, but you know, now the scope has changed quite a bit where a small or mid-range promoter could have got dates with ESPN and stuff, where they'd be able to put the prospects on TV. It's very hard now. You know, it's you got to be, you know, one of the top dogs to get an ESPN date or I mean, right now Top Rank's controlling all the ESPN dates, but and I guess Golden Boy's got a few. But it's very hard to get prospects on TV.
Yep.
You can't wait around anymore. You gotta be able to move these prospects. And that might be another reason why Eddie's putting them in this situation. But again, he's looking long term. He's not looking at you know, what Cheeseman's going to be in 2018, because Cheeseman's he's drowning tonight or tomorrow, Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah. He's putting him in deep waters.
so, as I said, we're getting closer to the presser. What's going through your mind now? What do you think about now?
Doing this interview.
Obviously.
But that's nothing, bro.
Other than that, so he's just empty. He's like,
yeah, empty. I mean, it's nothing. Like,
well, don't say that.
No, I don't mean like that. It's just like I'm not. There's nothing like. I mean, it's just like I'm going to see my mom or whatever. It's just another day in the office. You know what I mean?
you are going to meet a guy who is signed a contract to render you unconscious.
Yeah, I signed the same contract to render you unconscious.
Absolutely. So I mean, you're just sitting there. I mean, I could say I'm sitting back here watching you, and I'm relaxed, but I feel nervous for you.
Do you?
Wait, what? You know, it's just, you know, he's somebody you know who's going to get in the ring and he's going to have a fight. I'm a bit nervous. I just, you know.
What did Bruce Lee say one time? He said, I'm not gonna say that I'm great, because I'm not gonna be arrogant. But if I told you I was trash, then you know I was lying.
See, what a gem right there.
You hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So, Music. Let's talk about music. Listen to some. Your playlist. Let's talk about your playlist. Do you want to give a shout out to your playlist? Because
Trey songs, Chris Brown, and I get it's another song I do. Yeah, Miguel. But I listen to a lot of slow stuff, and everybody, you know, why don't you listen to stuff that pumps you up? I'm already pumped, bro. Like, it doesn't take music. I need music. Don't get me wrong, but most of the stuff is my baby making music.
I don't get that.
Me neither, actually.
I don't get it. The baby making music for a fighter. I don't understand. I thought you'd be real pop. I was waiting for the old Rocky to come out. You know, contender music. You know,
no, this ain't no TV fairy tale. This is real life, bruh.
Yeah, but even still, you don't have all that stuff to pump you.
I'm in love with with fighting. I think that's what it is. So, I don't know what that means, but somehow it makes sense to me.
You don't have a love-hate relationship with the sport, then?
I love the sport. I love. I'm good. It's one of the things that I'm good at. One of the only things I'm good at. I'm a jack of one trade and a master of just that one. But I think that works for me. I'm pretty good at making babies too. You hear?
I don't know. No comment.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your brethren.
My little bro here.
Yeah. Let's talk about
Mr. Rhodes.
What inspired you to bring him over with you?
Me and him, actually, I've been knowing him forever. He's been, he grew up in the gym with me, and we've been cool forever. Now lately we've been kicking quite a bit while in the city, training together and whatnot. And I just thought it was a good opportunity for and plus my team might work with him as well. So I just think it was a good opportunity for him to plus get some exposure and just get the time in away from home.
Plus he went through all the women at home. He's looking for some hair.
You hear me? Bumble UK style. Bumble.
What about the possibility of him fighting in the UK, being the next Carson Jones, possibly?
Ain't nobody gonna be the next Carson Jones, and you don't want to be the next Carson Jones. He has two losses, whatever. You want to be the first him, and
okay.
I think that's.
But the blueprint of him coming to the UK and actually winning his fights and going home.
I think that there's a big possibility because obviously I'm gonna be back after this here.
Yep.
I always come back here. I've been coming here for what? 6 years, 5 or 6 years fighting here.
Yep.
I'm a pretty well-known name over here, and I think that we can get another big fight over here. I guarantee you he'll probably be on the undercard.
So, Eggington, after Margarita, you'd have thought Eggington would be the better matchup for you now, because you just come off Margarita. Eggington, tall, long, light middleweight as well now.
I'll take him, but I think that for Eddie, I really don't know I would think that he was the smarter, because Eggington just lost, didn't he?
Yeah.
So I think that he has to rebuild himself and get back to a position where
a lot of people say it's because of the weight.
Well, you can blame it on whatever. Excuses only sound good to people who make them. So he lost regardless. He needs to build himself back up so we can make it a fight to where it makes sense. I want to make some money fighting him. I don't want to come over and fight for championship.
Okay. So you're happy with what you're getting at the moment, then?
I'm happy we won't get him here. I wouldn't take the fight. Yes, I was.
Another thing, talking about the fight itself. Talk about being the A side or the B side. What do you consider yourself, A side or B side?
I'm the C side. Team Carson, baby.
I love it.
I like that one. I do like that one. That was smart. That was sharp. I like it. That was good.
I want to clip that. You gotta send me a clip of that. I'm the C side, baby.
So, So when you're at the top table with you and Cheeseman, are you the man that people come to see, or is Cheeseman the man that people come to see?
I think people come to see a good fight. Everybody knows what I bring to the table.
Yes.
I think people want to see the same thing that Eddie wants to see, whether they want to see it or not. And obviously he's from here, so he's gonna have the fan base behind him. But I also got my own fan base here.
Okay. Final question. Which Carson Jones turns up? I've heard it said so many times. Carson, do you know which Carson Jones will turn up, or is that just a thing of the past now?
No, I think I've had one bad night here. Obviously I have a few losses here, but I had one bad night. And everybody always wants to ask the question, which Carson Jones turns up? I've only had one bad night here, so, and that was because it was some, you know, things behind the scenes going on. Plus, it was who was the opponent? Dean Byrne. That was my only bad night I've had here, and it's because they changed my opponent on 2 days' notice. We weren't training for no. I didn't even know what to expect from him. I never seen video on him on YouTube or nothing.
Right.
Not that I watched too much video, but I just didn't know what kind of fighter he was. But you're gonna see the beast in Carson Jones on Saturday night. Long story short, in a nutshell.
There's no. What about the second Brian Rose fight? Do you think that's, when you look back at that, do you look at that as a bad performance, or you look at it as just it is what it is?
I didn't do enough. I'm not gonna say a bad performance. Obviously, I wasn't throwing enough like I.
That was at middleweight too, so that was a big problem.
We
gave him too much weight.
Yeah, it was heavy, and he was, we're friends now, so no, he was kind of he was overweight a little bit.
Yeah.
He went to go lose it, but he was a lot bigger than me on that night too. So.
You don't think you'll have the same problems with Mr. Cheeseman, size-wise?
No, I'll probably be the bigger guy.
Interesting.
So.
We'll see at the press conference.
Regardless if I'm bigger or not, I'm for sure going to be stronger. I'm stronger than all these guys. I just can't wrestle outside of boxing.
We'll see at the press conference. Cheers, mate.
Intercontinental fight, and we've worked with this man for a long time, and I can't help but say I've got a soft spot for him. We all remember that epic fight with Kell Brook, seems like many years ago now. The rematch outdoors at Craven Park, the first round stoppage victory for him against Brian Rose in Blackpool. Blimey, that was an awkward one. Then the rematch, coming back, also Ben Hall was the test for Carson Jones in a similar kind of situation to the fight with Ted Cheeseman on Saturday. Ben Hall was an undefeated fighter. The hype was there. He believed he could step up and move to the next level. Carson Jones came over and won in great style that time. I thought he was very hard done by in his last fight against Antonio Margarito. But what I like about Carson Jones is he's here to win every single time. And like I said about Joshua Bwtm and Lawrence Okoli and Isaac Chamberlain, you do your apprenticeship, and then that's it, mate. It's all up to you. You're in the deep end. And that's exactly what this fight is about on Saturday night. Is it too early for Ted Cheeseman? Is he good enough to mix with a very good fighter in Carson Jones? Is he tough enough? Does he have the chin? We'll find out. But one man that is here to win, and always a pleasure to have him back. Carson, welcome back. And you're ready to go on Saturday night.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. First of all, I just want to thank everybody involved with the promotion of my team, of course. I see Team Jones is kind of growing with Mr. Duracell over here, so good luck to him too. We're prepared. We're ready for the fight. You know, the hard work is done. We're just waiting for Saturday night. And, you know, I spent a lot of time trying to think of, you know, some cheese jokes, but I just realized that I don't even like cheese. So Saturday night, we gotta handle that, and you know, I'm prepared and ready. Hopefully you is too. Thank you.
Carson, when you took on Ben Hall, same kind of similar amount of fights. How important is your experience going into this fight against someone like Ted?
I think the experience plays a big role. He's obviously a young, hungry fighter, and I expect him to bring the best, but I think the lack of experience is what's going to play a major key.
Ted, I'm so excited for this fight for you, mate. I know you've been waiting to be let off the leash for a long time now. I saw you at the workout yesterday. You did your session, then you went and done about another 7 sessions after. This can't come quick enough for you on Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait, to be honest. I've got all respect for Carson Jones, but everyone goes on about all these fights. Then years ago, he's had a lot of hard fights, he's had a lot of years, a lot of tough fights, and you know, you can't last forever. And he's 31, he's not that old, but he's had hard fights, and it takes a lot out of you. And I'm young, I'm fresh, I'm ready, I'm hungry, and I just think it's going to be too slow and too old. He's had too much to come out of him, and I just think Saturday night he thinks he's getting in there with a young 22-year-old boy, where you don't realise how strong I am, how tough I am, how good my chin is. And I'll show him on Saturday night, and I'm going to go out and make a statement and prove how good I am to everyone.
It's a strange game where you can be excited about going in there with someone that's actually going to hit you back.
Yeah.
And someone that's going to try and put you on the back foot. But I get the feeling you are excited by that. You are excited by the challenge of having to show how good you are. and the challenge to overcome someone that is coming to fight back on Saturday night?
Yeah, I love when there's a doubt, when there's people thinking, is he going to be ready, is he good enough, is he not? I've trained hard, I've been an athlete since 12 years old, and it's my time to shine on Saturday night, and I'm going to show everyone how good I really am, and I can't wait for him to come and give me them first couple of rounds where it's tough. But we'll see how it goes in, there's 10 rounds, and I'll make sure it's going to be tough for him every round, and I'm going to win all the rounds, and I'm going to show him how good I am, and see if he's still got that engine he did have. See when he starts taking the shots, does he think, I've already had 12 losses, let's just leave it there, it's getting too hard of a night, let's forget it, or let's see if he sticks in there for the whole time.
I know Carson Jones, he'll be trying to stick in there for the whole time, and I can't wait to see the challenge for you on Saturday, Ted.
Put it on him, Ted. Put it on him, Ted. Grab that kid on the new kid on the block. He said easy work, he's as old as me, boy. Let's go, Joe. As old as me.
With the man himself, Ted Cheeseman. Ted, welcome to Bwtm Sports. How you doing?
Yeah, good mate, you?
I'm great. So, for the people who don't know about you, tell us a little bit about who you are.
I'm Ted Cheeseman. I'm 12 and 0 as a pro. I've had 8 KOs. I had a brilliant amateur career. I had 6 national titles. I fought for England in the Youth World Games. I represented England 10 times and won 8. And I'm pushing on as a pro, so hopefully Saturday night after this win I'll be pushing on big things.
So, the talk is, are you ready for this fight? What's your opinion?
100%. I've been sparring top pros since 15.
Yep.
That's what people don't realise. They think, oh, you're 22, you've only had 12 fights. I couldn't get sparring when I was young because I was a strong, mature kid. So I matured young, and I've been sparring top pros from 15, bullying them, bullying men. So I'm ready, I'm strong, I'm fit, I'm good, and I can box as well as fight. And don't worry, when it needs to go in the trenches, I'll be there.
People want to hear that. So with only 12 fights, it's a big fight. Not many guys with 12 fights go and take on a veteran like Carson Jones, who just came off probably a win against Margarito.
Yeah.
So when you look at Carson Jones, what does it mean to you when you're fighting a guy at the O2 Arena, big event, you're in it, fighting for a title? What changes in the mind of Mr. Cheeseman?
To me, I'm just relaxed. It's nothing, it's just another fight. But on the real side of it is that everyone thinks Carson Jones is a great name, I think he's past his best. I think once I do the business Saturday, I can push on the big things, and it's good that everyone still believes how good he is and stuff, because it's going to make it a much bigger win for me than what it is.
What do you learn from the likes of Ben Hall and Brian Rose when Carson's come over? Even the Kell Brook fight, Kell Brook is actually backing against you for this.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on that?
Obviously Kell Brook, the first fight he weren't training properly, come back, the second fight training properly and stopped it. Brian Rose got stopped earlier and come back and beat him on points. Ben Hall was not living right and not training right, and he got beat, but he was winning up to the point until he just never had nothing left and he was injured and stuff. But with me, I'm an athlete, I train, I eat, sleep and drink boxing, and I'm tough, I'm a very tough fighter, and I'm a massive light middle, I'm not small light middle. Once I get in that ring, I'll be big. So
you look down the camera and send a message to Carson Jones, who we're in camp with at the moment. You got a message for Carson?
Yeah, you better know he's in with a real man, not just a boy, and that he's going to be ready to go all the way on Saturday night.
Ted Cheeseman, we look forward to seeing you Saturday night. Bwtm Sports exclusive with Johnny Nelson.
Bwtm.
And Pow! Carson Jones. We've seen a bit of you now, haven't we? We've seen a lot of you.
A lot of me. I might as well move over here, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? He's like Peter Pan. This man like never gets old. He's just always in shape. I can remember when he came over to and boxed Kell Brook, and he gave everybody nightmares. And I thought, damn, that boy's tough. I think this is a good fight for Carson. I think Carson coming home over here. Listen, this man, the difference with Carson is when Carson wants to fight, he wants to fight. I personally think this is probably a step too far, too early, but they want to test him. They want to see if, Carson's like the gatekeeper to see if this young man can get through. And they think probably he's lost that fire in his belly. Now look at the condition of him. You know, if you've lost that fire in your belly, you train hard. You get up at stupid o'clock in the morning. You diet down. You've got to do these things. That's your motivation because you've got ambition. I just think this is a tough fight because you've got wisdom and experience against inexperience and youth. And doing that, you have the ability to know how to negate, control, dominate, and beat fights. I think this is a tough fight for Ted Cheeseman. I wouldn't have done it myself, but you know, I ain't a promoter, so maybe they know something I don't. But I think it's a good fight.
12 fights against a pro that's had almost 60 fights.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, they're looking on time. They're looking on father time. They're thinking, is this guy growing all overnight? Yeah. And I actually would look at it and think, you know, when a man's just rinsed down to the weight, or when a man's trained down to the weight, he's trained down to the weight. You know, and so you know he's not, age isn't the issue, and that's why I just think I could be wrong. You know, I want to see how a prediction scale goes this year, so I could be wrong. But I think it's a mad fight.
One fight can change a fight's career. We've seen before guys take fights too early and ruin them. Why would his promoter do that?
Because he's a great scout. He's a good name to have on your record. So that's, you can see what they're looking at, you can see what they're thinking. So I totally understand why they would do it, you know, on paper, but in reality, if Ted Cheeseman comes through this, of course now he's going to be looked upon on the European stage, you know, and his name might be whispered around the world stage. If he gets through this, or even if he loses with a bit of pride and heart, then he can say, oh, good fight. But I just think, you know, this man ain't washed up yet. You know, it's got.
What does it do for Carson Jones's career? They're beating a guy with 12 fights. If you want to be a cynic,
he gets paid. He gets paid or want to moving on to other things, or little things. Yeah, I'll take that to tide me over. Fighters do that. I'll take that fight. But fighters, he's not coming here just to get paid. He's coming here to think, I will use this boy as my stepping stone to what I want to go.
Final question. Ted Cheeseman's done a lot of talking. He said to me that he was very confident, very ready. He says that you know, I'm not a boy, I'm a man. I'm tough. When the going gets tough, I can tough it out myself. How much of that is fighters talk, and how much of that is?
You've got to believe that. If you believe in yourself, you've got to talk. You know, you ask Carson the same question: what he thinks of this fight, what he thinks about fighting this young man. You know, so you've got to think that if you're confident. If Ted Cheeseman said, I'm going to do my best and hope to this, that, but that boy's lost from the off. So you're talking like that, he's telling you, nah, what Ted Cheeseman really believes he can pull this off.
Does he believe it, or is he just forcing it?
No, he believes it. Why does he want to take this fight?
Well, I've heard promoters say, you've got to take this fight, this is your opportunity.
He wouldn't have said that. To get him over, are you mad? Nah, I'm sure Ted and his people would have said, yeah, Carson Jones perfect.
Johnny, thank you so much. Carson?
Cheers, mate.
Johnny.